Alright, hey guys, I got a special unboxing to do for you today, and that is for Star Odyssey for the Sega Genesis and Mega Drive. Now, if you're wondering what this game is and why it's so special and why it deserves an unboxing, this is actually a newly localized and newly released Sega Genesis RPG that just released on June 22nd. Now, this game originally released in 1991 for the Mega Drive in Japan, but it never made it outside. It never made it to the United States, never made it to Europe, nothing. So, the Super Fighter team, the guys that are responsible for Beggar Prince, some of you may remember this game right here, which was another game that never fully localized and released, and they brought it over. They're doing the same thing with Star Odyssey, which was originally supposed to be released in the early 90s, and it just never came to be. It never got brought over. Despite appearing in video game magazines in the early 90s, it just never made it over here. Now, myself personally, I had never heard of this game prior to Super Fighter Team taking on the localization efforts for it. So I am really excited to open this up, start playing it, find out what it's all about. And just for those of you that are not sure and you're saying, well, wait a minute, wasn't Pure Solar just released a while ago, a brand new Genesis RPG? Well, yes, Pure Solar was released recently, but this is an RPG built from the ground up, while Star Odyssey has existed in Japan, and it's been reprogrammed, it's been reworked, retranslated. There were a lot of bugs and problems in the game that were totally fixed by Super Fighter Team, so definitely got to give them a lot of credit for going through the effort of porting this over to us. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at the actual cover art of the game, which is pretty cool. It's designed to look like an old leather-bound book, which I thought was pretty awesome. Now, the casing on this game is it's a clear gloss, so it's not like older Sega Genesis games where it sort of has that rough matte finish to it. It's very shiny and it's very reflective, which might make this a little bit hard to film. But here is the cover artwork, which I believe appeared also on the Mega Drive version of the game. And just to keep in mind, this game was not called Star Odyssey. In Japan, it was called Blue Almanac, so it has been renamed for the new release. Here's the spine, and here's the back. Obviously a one-player game. This is a traditional turn-based old-school RPG as well. I'll go slowly, let you guys read the back here. Eight planets, beautiful soundtrack, space age humor, voice-acted battle cries. Oh boy, that could be a good thing or a bad thing. Battery backup save function. So let's crack this thing open. And really interesting to note, the case on this and the cartridge and the manual are all brand new, manufactured in a factory, so nothing is a donor cart. So this cartridge was not like an old Sega Genesis game that was restickered, relabeled, and this is not an old Sega Genesis box. Everything is brand new from a factory. So let's take a look at the most interesting thing in here first, and that is the manual. 25 pages, full color. They did a really nice job on this. Here's some characters that you play as. Some of them are pretty funny looking. I'm really interested to see how this game plays out because I have no idea what this game is even about. I've never watched any gameplay videos because there's really none on YouTube. There's not much information out there about this game overall, so it should be really interesting to go through this and see what it's all about. If any of you have played this on the Mega Drive, let me know how it is, if it's a pretty decent game. Obviously, this is a reworked version of it, which might actually be a large improvement over the Mega Drive original release. So, but yeah, the manual seems really nice. Really nice job on that. And then let's take a quick look at the cartridge itself. So yeah, not much to say about the cartridge. It's got a nice sticker on there. So yeah, there you go guys. That is an unboxing of Star Odyssey for the Sega Genesis and Mega Drive. I thought it would be really interesting to show off because you got to show appreciation and you got to show love for any developers that localize games that have never been out before or that do homebrews. You got to really support this and show your love for it so that, you know, they can continue with their efforts of bringing out these games that we probably would have never seen otherwise. And if you want to buy Star Odyssey, you can do that over at superfighterteam.com and StarOdysseyGame.com. The initial run of Star Odyssey was only 300 copies, and I believe they are sold out of that 300 copy first initial run. which can be a good thing because sometimes if bugs and stuff are discovered, they fix them in later releases. And they are going to do more printings of this game, so don't worry if you didn't get a chance to buy it when it first came out. There will be more printings coming in the future, so just check their website. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to go pop this in and play it and see how it is.